Welcome to chair yoga for your lower back. You're going to begin by scooching yourself forward until you can have weight in both your feet, a little bit of weight in both your feet. And then lengthen your spine. Let your shoulders relax and rest your hands comfortably. Begin by closing your eyes for just a minute. Inhaling through your nose if that is accessible. And just begin by noticing your breath coming in through your nostrils. Lower your awareness down to your lower back. Feel your lower back. Trying not to attach to any judgment or criticism or frustration. Just noticing whatever you feel there as a neutral observer. And once you've connected to this place in your body, you want to keep that connection for as much of this short practice as you can. So you're really honoring this place in your body so it can feel better. Opening your eyes. Beautiful. We're going to begin with cat and cow. So letting your hands go down to rest on your knees. And at the same time, you're going to take your belly button back behind you. So you're hunching your spine, gently letting your head drop. And then on your inhale, lead with your chest, taking it forward, lifting, creating space in your lower back. You might even want to push down through your hands a little bit, getting a little bit more length in your spine as you lift your chest and take your shoulders back. Maybe your head tilts up a little bit. You spend a beat here because we tend to hunch more readily. The thing our back really needs is this arching. And then as you exhale, take your belly back behind and hunch. And as you inhale, come back into the arch. Again, we're going to spend a few breaths here. Maybe you're pushing down through your hands, getting a little bit more length for your spine. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, come back up to the arch, taking your shoulders back, lifting, and then coming to a neutral spine. Taking your left hand and grabbing the base of your chair, you might find you have to sit back a little bit. So grabbing the base of your chair and then feeling both your sits bones under your hips connect to the chair. And then you're going to lift up from the center of your chest and then lean over and take your right elbow high. Start by placing your hand on your shoulder and then lean over until you get this stretch in your side body. Now from there, if it feels right, you can straighten out that arm, but don't pull your hand out and open up the shoulder, because that fools you into thinking you're stretching your side body when you're just pulling your shoulder out of its socket. So really work on sinking the hip down and lifting through the heart to create that space. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Coming back to center now, switching hands, grabbing the base, taking that hand onto the shoulder, sinking the hip, lifting the heart up, and then leaning over. And you can straighten your arm if that feels good here for a side body stretch. Try not to let your heart face the ground here, just a regular side body. And then exhaling that hand down. Now we're going to do a little forward fold. So you're going to either have your knees be as they are or take them a little wider, whatever feels better for you. And you want to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. So that can look like pulling your belly button forward or sticking your chest out just a little bit. And we're going to lean forward with a flat back. So hold this for a moment and engage your Uddiyana Bandha. Pull that abdominal lock in and up. Engage your Mula Bandha. Pull that pelvic floor up. And you're going to hold that engagement as you lean forward a little more. And breathe here. And then you can hunch down, and maybe you come onto your elbows, maybe your arms are straight, maybe your hands are on the ground. Find a forward fold that honors your lower back and feels good. You want to notice if your head is in line with your spine. Is it lifting up or is it dropping down lower than your spine? Try to keep it pretty close to being in line with your back. Now, engage the two lower bandhas. So imagine you have to pee, pull it in and up, and then engage your lower abdominal lock. Pull that in and up. And from there, you're going to slowly push your lower back and roll back to upright. So you'll get this beautiful little stretch as you finish with a shoulder roll. Yeah, that's great. Now we're going to do a twist. So you're going to take your right ankle in front of your left or cross your knee, either way. Inhale, lengthen and get tall through the spine. Proud chest, shoulders back. And then you're going to take the right hand up and rest it on the back of your chair if your chair has a back. If it doesn't, you're just going to take that shoulder behind you. And then you can rest that front hand on your lap. And then you can turn your head to the right. And as you inhale, you lengthen and you can use that hand on your lap to push up again and create some space if that feels right. So you're really actively stretching that lower back. And if it feels right on your exhales, you can move a little deeper into the twist. And again, we create that connection in the beginning of the practice so you can really check in with how does this feel in my lower back. You want to feel some engagement and stretching and work, but nothing sharp. And on your inhale, come back to center. Take that down, cross the other leg or the ankle. Inhale, lengthen. And then you're going to inhale the right hand up and over. Rest it comfortably on the back of your chair. Keep lifting and then turn your head to the right. Use that hand on your lap to push up and lengthen your spine as you peel that shoulder behind and move a little deeper into the twist. You want to make sure you're not slouching here. And then on your inhale, come back to center, uncross your legs. And then just wiggle around a little, loosening up your spine. Beautiful. Now we're going to finish the practice with a little muscular work. So this is probably one of the best moves you can do to help lower back pain. We're going to work the front of the hips. So when you're seated or sitting, these muscles are contracted and soft. So we're going to work these muscles now, and they will in turn support your lower back. So scooch back on your chair to where you feel really comfortable and stable. And then you're going to lift one leg, doesn't matter which one, off the chair and hold it there. And as you do that, make sure that your spine is lifting up, straight spine, lift through the top of your head, proud chest, and pull your tummy in and hold that leg up. So the thigh is no longer resting on the chair. You're holding it up and you're going to feel this muscle in here. If you put your hand there, you should feel it really firing and working hard. If you want to make it even harder, you can take your foot out just a little bit. but you cannot do a straight leg. If you straighten it, then you're missing the work, because then your thigh is going to be on the chair. So you want to keep it a little bit bent and lifting it off the chair. And you've been holding it for a little while now, so you've just got one more breath. Exhale it down. So now we're going to do that on the other side. So you're going to lift the other leg up now, taking the thigh off the chair, keeping your back erect, keep your Uddiyana Bandha engaged, keep your abdominal lock pulling in and up. And as you lift and you're working this muscle, the hip flexor and the psoas, and all these supporting muscles at the front of your hip that will in turn help support your whole pelvic bowl. It increases pelvic stability and it helps with back pain. If you do this practice a few times a week, this will help with lower back pain. One more. Exhale it down. Beautiful. And then you're just going to march it out and release it a little bit. So we're strengthening that whole lower part of your core by doing that. And then massage this out a little bit. And then we're going to finish with some circles. So resting your hands on your legs, take your belly button behind. Again, you're hunching. And then lean to one side. And then slowly come forward, leaning on your hands, and come to the other side. And so you're doing these really gentle circles. Now, if this makes you feel vertigo or anything like that, then you're just going to do straight forward and back as we did at the beginning of the practice. Otherwise, you're going to continue doing these little circles, warming up the lower back and the hips and just letting them release a little bit. And obviously you should always consult your doctor for any of these kinds of practices to know that it's okay for you to do, and then pause and switch direction. But there should always, especially with lower back pain, be some muscular work to support the lower back. And that's what we did with the leg lifting. So it's a combination of stretching and muscular work that helps with that pain. And then come back to a straight spine. You did fantastic. That was it. Really good job. Now don't skip this part, because there's another dimension to this practice that is available to you if it feels right for you. 1 minute now. Close your eyes with me. Connect to your lower back once again. Feel your lower back. Can you inhale all the way down to wherever feels tight or dense? Breathe down into that place in your body, and as you exhale, imagine that you're exhaling out the tension. Letting your breath carry it away. Inhale. Exhale. Carry away the tension. Just blow it out. And as you do this breath practice, often lower back pain can be symbolic of feeling unsupported somewhere in your life. So I want to offer you this question. Where in your life are you feeling unsupported? And perhaps when you're done with this practice in under a minute, you can write this down. And then I want you to ask yourself the question, how can you offer support to yourself? How can you give yourself that support that you're missing? And you're doing a piece of that now by being here, putting in the effort, taking care of yourself by doing this practice with me. So well done. Open your eyes. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste. I'll see you in the next video.